It's Salone's first day of 5th grade, and it starts off good because it's a nice day, until the intercom goes on and there is a real lockdown. A lockdown is when someone bad is in your school, so your teacher will lock the door and hide in a place that they can't see any part of you, so you stay quiet until he or she is gone. It's Salone's first day of 5th grade, and she looked around the classroom. Salone saw a computer, whiteboards, markers, and clay. She also saw something with her name on it. It was a desk, but she thought she was famous or something. Then her friend Sanaya came up to her and said, "You're not famous." "How did you know what I was thinking?" Salone said. "I'm your best friend, Then she heard the intercom go on, and the principal yelling, "Lockdown, lockdown," and all the kids rushed to the corner. They heard a loud scream in the hallway. Then Salone looked all around the room for Sanaya, but she couldn't find her. Then she noticed something. It was Sanaya in the hallway, and she heard footsteps rushing to the door, and heard Sanaya pounding on the door and screaming, "Let me in! Hurry, hurry, let me in, quick!" Nobody opened the door, not even Salone, and they all stayed put. The scream got louder and louder, but then Salone couldn't help it, so she got up slowly and walked to the door. But when she was like 3 feet from the door, the screaming stopped, and Salone stopped walking. They waited for 5 whole minutes. The class still stayed put. So when Salone opened the door, she couldn't believe what she saw. She saw Sanaya's muddy footprints everywhere. She just couldn't find where they stopped. Salone got really worried and scared, so she started to cry. Salone shut the door, showed her teacher the mess, but by the time she opened the door, the mess was bigger. So Salone ran all around the school, and it had muddy prints all around the school. But Salone noticed in one room the light was on. Salone slowly walked toward the room and did it quietly. She peeked through the crack and in the door, but what Salone saw almost took her breath away. Sanaya was duct taped to a chair, and she was trying to scream for help, but her mouth was duct taped, so she tried to reach for her phone. But her arms were duct taped to the chair, too. Salone didn't know what to do, but then she saw a marker on the floor. She picked it up and threw the marker at the bad guy. The bad guy turned around and looked at Sanaya and said, "Did you do that?" Sanaya shook her head no. Sanaya started to cry and thinking she was going to die. Then she felt someone tap on her, so she turned around and her whole class was behind her and yelled, "Surprise, we pranked you." Salone looked back at Sanaya. She was laughing, and the bad guy took off the mask. It was the principal. Salone was shocked, and she stood still. Then she said, "You pranked me? Awesome," she said, and they had a good time. The end.